good, y'all? I'm making this video because recently me and one of my friends were on the phone, and usually when I'm on the phone with one of my friends, we talk about life for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then for another hour or two we're talking about the walk and Yahuah. That's usually how me and my friends, our calls go. But one thing that we said really stuck out to me in the call. We were talking about how, man, we are righteous in the eyes of men, of other people, but we don't hold that same righteousness when it comes to Yahuah in private. And man, that really stuck out to me because I'm the exact same way. When I'm around my friends, when I'm around my girlfriend, it's easy to be righteous. It's easy to go away from sin. It's easy to do that. But man, when I'm alone, I compromise with myself. Man, when I'm alone, those thoughts get darker. I question my intentions. My intentions, they're not in the right place. And I compromise with myself. Yahuah will forgive me. It's not the end times yet. We still have time. And when we were talking about that, it really hit home because I'm the exact same way. And I just wanted to share that, especially if someone's out there going through the exact same things that I am, just to shed some light. I took some notes on this topic, so excuse me if I'm reading. But around people, our behaviors change. Our behaviors change to protect our reputation. When we're alone, when no one is watching, the real heart comes out. Man, when you're alone, when I'm alone, man, it's different from how I am when I'm in front of my friends. It's probably different when you're in front of your boss, in front of your family. You put different versions of yourself. But when you're alone, man, that's the one that no one gets to see. That's the one only you and Yahuah knows. No one knows when you lie. Only you know. No one knows when you're coveting. No one knows when you're jealous, unless you show it physically. But no one really knows any of that. No one knows when you're becoming envious. No one knows that except you and Yahuah. No one knows that. And that's the image that's really us. That's where our heart really gets exposed. What that proves is something that's very uncomfortable. And it's that the fact that we're not afraid of sin, but we're afraid of being seen while sinning. We avoid certain sins only because it damages our reputation. But that same sin, that unacceptable sin that you wouldn't do in front of your friends because you know how they would judge you, that's the sin that we commit when we're in private, when we're alone, when you hear your own inner thoughts. No one knows when you lust. No one knows when you're lying. No one knows the thoughts that are going through your head, but you and Yahuah. When we're in private, our thoughts get darker, our discipline collapses, and it's easier to compromise. Man, I don't know about y'all, but man, when I'm alone and I'm going through something, when I know there's certain things that I'm doing that's a sin, I compromise with myself. Man, it's not the end times yet. Man, I still have a little time. That's not true. We're living in the end. Yahuah. And just compromising with Yahuah. The big reason to that is because there's no social consequence of our actions. But there is a spiritual one. Yahuah sees what no man else can't. Man sees your actions. Yahuah sees your heart. Yahuah sees your thoughts, your intentions, your motives. We act like in privacy we are hidden. But that's when our real hearts are revealed. Who do we live for if righteousness disappears when we are alone? Was it ever righteousness, or was it just us protecting our image in front of people? Who you are when no one is looking, when no one is watching you, when no one is there to expose you. That's the version of you that Yahuah is dealing with. We need the fear of Yahuah to outweigh the fear of embarrassment. We need that, family. We need that. And that's something I must work on myself as well. But I know a lot of people, especially in the walking in truth, especially in the name of Yahuah, a lot of people are alone. I'm aware of that. I've seen some comments, and I know a lot of people are by themselves. Me and a strong group of me and my friends, my brothers, we've made a Discord, just something that we could talk in there. We could talk about the walk, be with like-minded people. If you want to join the Discord, it's a free Discord. It's gonna be in the link down in the description. But that's a place where we could be like-minded. We could talk about Yahuah, a place where a community where we could build for people on the walk. So you're not alone. So we can have discussions like this as well. But that's gonna be in the description, and I'm just gonna leave some verses right here from Scripture, just talking about this subject as well.